Kenneth Berger Company's Black Series Edition LLC Crystal Edge Technology screens, and our other channel we're working on right now for our gaming screen paint under Cardboard PC Kingdom. I gotta get around to that. Yeah, Cardboard PC Kingdom. This is where we build PC cases out of cardboard and a lot of cool stuff involving gaming. All right, so we're showing off a new technology. This is a new form of game we're working on. This is our ILEG. I can't tell you what the abbreviation for the technology is due to the fact that some trademarks and stuff we're working on. Also involves some other technology that we're also working on. This is one of the most interesting projection screens we've ever built. It's a screen literally with a light system inside of the frame of the screen to show you how powerful the screen is. The ambient light projection technology is embedded into it. All right, so let me get meters out because I have to have all this stuff ready to go. We had some people come through. Where in the world is the meter? I always use this meter every time. Oh, it's on the floor. Keep forgetting we got a whole cabin system down here now. We had some people come through. They were more than impressed with the technology. Like I said, you know, most of the time when you're looking at projection setups, and I've been in a few of these places, they have these white screens set up there. The picture quality is extremely poor, and it's in an area where they don't have a lot of light in there because the screen's not working. Here we go. And to be able to pull up an image with this much light making contact with the screen is an open and shut sale. Very easy. Beautiful thing too on top of that, customers, well, guess what? I mean, it's a whole nother level. Yeah, we are going to be making it available for customers. We're changing the price point on it to make it a little bit more acceptable, because before, like I said, we're going to be dealing with companies with this technology, and that's going to change now. We do have some other screens that are going to have this coating embedded into it. We have another one which is going slightly a little different because you can't make them all the same. Both are going to have the ability to absorb light. One of the screens I will have on site with me does have that ability to eat that sunlight. It will have a halo system attached to it, and it will be on site in different environments showing off that capability. And there's a couple of them that are actually going to be outside with halo systems installed. So one of the biggest fears that people have when it comes to projection is the lighting in the environment. That's why when you see demonstrations, you see condensed lighting in the middle of the ceiling, and you say, hey, look, it's making contact with the screen. Or basically we have a little lamp in the corner with a shade on it, or one over here, something like that. So we just got in the video, and that fast on a commercial. Really? Having a really problem having here. I'm having a hard time locating the mouse because the cursor, because there's literally that much light making contact with the screen that I can't see the cursor. I'm literally have to look at it. There we go. Can't see it. Light on the screen. I can see the image on the screen perfectly clear. That little is being blinded by the internet anyway. I literally got to change up the internet. I got a projector map both screens at the same time. And for some reason, the internet here does not work. Projector mapping equipment doesn't work with the internet here. I have to go and get a company here for that, because we need to be able to connect to these walls over here. Because when we have these big walls behind us, they're going to be coated with this technology right here. We're showing up the screens and ability to be able to absorb light. So it's high-powered ambient light projection technology. And this is also too going to be a fantastic display for shows, expos, events. I can't wait. When we're sending some more images over. I told you I have a few people that they go to expos and stuff. They're going to be showing it up just like this. All right, let's get a meter out here, because we have to have these out here to show you that the additional light we have in our environment. Let me pause this. So this technology does far more than just watch movies and sports and all that other good stuff. And outside, ultra short, they're compatible. It also has other things embedded into it, which we needed for this machine we're building over here. For those of you in the business world, it also has projector mapping capabilities, which means you can map right off this thing. It has the ability to work with interactive technology. It has the ability to work with hologram technology, because there's something special we put into it to react to that particular form of projector. Yeah, so it does a lot more than just that's being produced on the wall. You can paint it to a ceiling because they can absorb tons of light. They can be painted to ceiling for dedicated theater room setups. So if you got a theater room that you're installing, you can put your screen in and install it to the ceiling at the same time, which now you can have an infinity ceiling, which will cost you far less than a $10,000 to $20,000 setup, and you can put anything you want up there. On top of that, have your lights on, the screen can absorb. So those who have dedicated theater rooms, now you can show off your all your beautiful collections and everything you have, because I know they got some amazing stuff in there. And you can actually show your screen off crystal clear and ceiling at the same time. Outside, these things look incredible outside. When we sit in some demonstrations, I'm renting some backyards, some people here, and we're doing some demonstrations out there. Those who are in Allentown, we rent backyards from, screen stays behind, we let you have it. That's our gratitude saying thank you. White level demonstrations. We're going to be doing white level demonstrations at 1,000 lumens, as we like to do those. White surface against the screen. White surface against versus snow levels. The screen size is going to get bigger. I have to go out and I have to pick up everything we need to get that. So we need about a 100-inch screen, just like this, but much larger. And we need more lights, because that's not going to be enough to do it. So roughly, I'm going to probably order another 2 more sets of those, including that we have right there. That's roughly about, I think it's about 10 feet. We need 30 feet of light. And then after we get done all that, we have some sample sheets coming in. We have Screen Innovation, which I'm planning to pick up. I want the best of their best screens. I know for a fact the only screen I can see that Elite Screen has is the Dark Star 9. That's a very good screen too on top of that. Daylight Screen, we have them already. We have their surface already. And I'm going to check around and see that the other companies, if they have something darker, we really need a really serious dark gunmetal. Or hopefully black if they have one. That would be nice. But if they don't, we just find a really heavy dark gunmetal. I want to share at the end of the day that this technology, compared to $3,000 to $5,000 screens, is worth its weight in gold. We have to deal with any screen we develop has to go through those tests. So we got about roughly, maybe about 2 weeks of testing. Black fabrics, black paints, chalk paint, you name it. Its good screen has to go against it. So it should be fun. What? Boy, commercial on it. Oh. I think right after we're doing the testing for this, while we're in the testing for this, I'm going to be working on the panel system. We have a panel screen system coming out. This new screens for panels. I got one for the desk. So roughly around the 28th, we will be working also on this, the panel surface, the one for the table, and the one for the got to be a panel screen that connects together. These will be smaller panels for the prototype version of the larger version. We also too have the floor. It's being redone because this whole thing we have here with these mats are absolutely horrible. They wouldn't stay together, so we have to redo the floor. Has to be done. And the prototype for the not prototype, the actual screen, the screen we're building that you can assemble with frame. We might do different color frames. I was thinking about that doing. When you can frame, then we're going to be doing those, the 100 inch. We're going to start with 100 inch, but we have 100, 120 inch, and then we have 235. They're going to be all custom designed. That one we got to do, we have to have that set up. I definitely have to have it set up because I'm looking at probably roughly now, April to do this, to go on site. There's a couple reasons why we're choosing April. We need warm weather. There's no way in the world I'm walking out there and with that equipment and places I got to go back and forth with the temperatures I just experienced in the last couple of months. Gee whiz Louise, at one point it was freaking 4, it was -4 outside. So no, I'm not going out there in that. I'll wait till the summertime. Wait, springtime would be the best time to go going back and forth. Do what we got to do. So then it gives me plenty of time to build, get things done. I got a whole PC over here I got to rebuild. I got to build to operate the equipment we need over here. And I got to finish the rest of these other ones we have over here. So yeah, I still got a lot of way to go. Top of that, we still have new labels. We have more paperwork with licensing. We have the transfer to the new company's name. We have the new domain names that we have to convert both companies into one entity. We have basically, we need t-shirts, we need hats with the company's logos, bags, all that stuff has to be designed. Mind you, all that stuff has to be copyrighted. So we have to copyright the design first, get the approval. Once we get all that, then we have to take it to them, and they have to implement all that into everything that we need to have that logo and design attached to it. The trademark, because we literally have a logo for a company that has a trademark attached to it. So it's a lot of stuff that has to be done. All new containers, everything. It's all being redone all over again for that technology. And then ad tech. Ad tech is going to be you're going to see ad tech in a form this year. As a matter of fact, next month you'll see ad tech. And ad tech has two versions of it. Ad tech is a TV version of it. The TV version that we're working on, which I'm working with a company that deals with plexiglass. It's developing a kind of a curve kind of screen. One's curved and the other one, and the curve's kind of interesting. So the curve, I can't even explain what it is, but it's weird. I'll tell you about that later. It's mainly going to benefit the ultra short throw projector, but basically use it for other screens. But it mainly benefits the ultra short throw projector. So I told you when I saw the Epson projector, and the Epson projector, I didn't like it. I didn't like the size of it. I didn't like the P2, the size. They're big machines, and again, I don't want to look at it. Some people may like it. I don't. I don't like looking at something that big and bulky staring me in the face. I don't want to see it. So the AdTech has a black screen that basically that you can fit and connect it around your projector, and basically when the projector pops off, you're just seeing this beautiful black screen staring you in the face, and you're not seeing the projector anymore. And mind you, you can sit this next to a window and sun can pierce it and it won't touch the screen. So you can look out your window, see your beautiful scenery, and it won't touch that screen. And one of the displays that my friend wants to do is he wants to put it in his warehouse. His beautiful, gorgeous a warehouse studio apartments, and this big bay window. He wants to put AdTech right there. Yeah, I told you we're working on some heavy stuff, some really serious heavy stuff that we're working on. It's not just being on the wall and doing this stuff. We're doing other things besides just that at the end of the day. I mean, we got so many different areas where we can actually put this technology into. The floor projection technology with interactive software, which we need that machine for over there, it's fantastic because it can be used for a number of things. Like I said, hotel lobbies, it can be used for waiting rooms in restaurants, it can be used for rehabilitation technology for people that are learning how to walk again and stuff like that. It can be used for so many things. Learning and education, it can be used for that. So there's so many things that we can do with this. And this right here, this new technology, this is the way. Because now it shows you more. The advanced ambient light rejection, like I said, you type that in. You have to put my company's name in. The AI knows who we are. It'll literally say, and putting our videos up, we are the responsible for that technology. FLE, we are responsible for that ambient light rejection technology. And this one, which I can't tell you what it is, which is an ILEG, it's another form of technology. That's why I said when you're showing off ambient light rejection technology, you can't make this stuff up. You have to be to show it actually does exist. Can't make it up. So when these people come here to see this, I can't be saying, well, we have this, but I can't show them nothing. No, they have to see something. On YouTube, anybody, any social media has to see it. This is the only screen of its kind. Commercials, gee whiz Louise. Let's go find something else. I'm tired of this mess. Oh, as a matter of fact, football highlights. A lot of things you can do with this. Schools, hospitals. Because this new form of gaming is designed to take on so much more. And then consider the fact we're in a commercial environment right now. We're in the same environment that these screens are in. It's a little hard trying to sell a screen. Now we could do it if we're in a really super bright environment and we're in a home front. We have screens bouncing off ceiling, screens outside. But when you're doing demonstrations already in a commercial environment and you're doing this on top of it, it's very easy to sell to get a school contract. So you got your sports bar, and you can't see your screen correctly. Oopsie. Woo. Here we go. No, work with me. Here we go. You can't see your screen correctly because you got to watch out. You got to darken your environment so your screen can pick up that technology. Can read it with a halo system sitting in the middle of it. Now, as for the Apex Gamer is going to be converted into an actual physical screen. I like it better that way. It's an acoustic gaming screen. That's what I want for the Apex Gamer. OLED demonstrations. As a matter of fact. Samsung OLED demonstrations. So yeah, we're all ready to go. Yep. We're ready to go as and wise, and having the people needed to come in to invest in our company to get us to that next level, we're all ready to go. They saw this, that was it. I sent out videos and demonstrations to it, that was it, that's the end of it. They said as soon as we're ready, whatever we need, let them know. The first thing people talk about when it comes to the screens is the ability to absorb light. We have light in the screen. The average homeowner is not going to have an environment this bright. That's why if you take when you do your demonstrations and you're basically cutting corners and you're ambient light darker environments and high powered machines, this does not help you. Let me do something real quick as we're going into this, because I have in mind all this it's watched later on. So we have to make sure that everything is all right. I'm going here and show you my settings. So these are my settings. As you can see, everything is factory settings, and it sits in whisper mode, which means Chrissy's in whisper mode or eco mode. I had a customer one time was saying, I can't find the eco mode. I said to whisper. Meter settings. Turn it off. Turn it back on. Take my hand over top of it. As you see, it does register. Someone was trying to tell me how to read a meter. I think I know how to read a meter. Meters don't work in here. They cancel out. If you had the same lighting I was sitting in right now, your meter would do the exact same thing. If your meter is picking up in your environment, that means you're not picking up the amount of light you're picking up in the environment. If you're saying, hey, look, mine, yeah, because you're not in a commercial environment. I'm literally over top high fluorescent lights are sitting in my environment. It's super bright in here. So we're not even in the same environment. So what I'm going to do with the next one I'm going to build it a little bit more interesting. The next one I'm going to design is going to have the inside where the lights are at. It's going to have a very high power fluorescent white. I like them. I've done a couple of theater rooms with this stuff. And what it does is it actually generates 10 times more light. It actually enhances the light to make it even brighter in there. And that's what we're going to do. So this tells our customers at the end of the day, well, our technology already doesn't keep you in the dark, as you can see by my customer displays. But it also tells you, like, the new technology we have basically has a way to produce on level that is untouchable. And again, I'll add this in every single demonstration. Those or anyone who decides to say that, hey, look, this product doesn't work, it's fake, it's not real whatsoever, I've got a contract for you to sign. It's a $500,000 challenge and arbitration court. If you feel the need that what we're doing here is not real, this is all fake, then you would have no problem signing the contract and meeting us in court. Simple and plain. Like I said, I don't have time for the back and forth. I really don't. Simple and plain. Sign it. You can send it several ways. You can send it through email, certified. You can send it through mail, certified. Or if you want to use a post office box, you can send it right over there. 3 days to sign. And you know what happens after that. So, okay. Oh, let me get this straight. There we go. Now, all products we make here are tested. As you can see, just all our products are tested before they're shipped out to customers. That's one of the beautiful things. If I have to go to court on this, I can go back and show my judge that we do extensive testing on all our products. This is one of the tests. We built the screen to test the screen's ambient light capability. That's why it was built. We also have batch number verification, which means all products are tested in 5-gallon containers, probably roughly soon 10-gallon containers pretty soon, of the product working perfectly fine to the customer. And we have a ship back policy. If you feel that your claim is the product doesn't work, well, you send it back to us. We request a ship back, you send it back to us. We'll do a YouTube live demonstration to show everyone that your product is working perfectly fine. If we do find any problems in it, which I don't know how that's going to be possible, especially after the batch number verification, we send you out another one, or you can do an exchange. Now, I've had people come in, and we've done these demonstrations before, and we're able to still back the product with no problem whatsoever. But we still give you the option of exchange. Maybe it might not be the black screen. Maybe the black screen is not for you. You're not ready for that yet. We have a silver technology. It's absolutely gorgeous. So we can actually trade you out for that for free and ship it right back to you. No other body can offer you that. We're the only one with that policy. I am literally going to have to build me a prototype. Not a cardboard. You have to build a prototype screen that does this for shows. This is the best way to show one of these things off. Let's get ourselves another demonstration. If you see me doing that, it's because I'm trying to figure out where the mouse is at, because I can't exactly see it. And you got to remember, I'm on a wireless mouse. Wireless mouse times out from time to time. They can save the battery life. That's what it does. That's a pain in the neck. I forgot to add, the Quasar technology also too has the same $500,000 challenge sitting on it. So a few people are actually getting that sent out to them. They have one of them too. Well, actually, they're a little. They have their policy under that technology. If you violate a batch number, it's $1 million. But we are going to send out that that paperwork to a few people. All you have to do is just sign it, show up in court. That's all. Simple and plain. Very easy. What are you doing over there, Mr. Fuzzy Sticks? You're jacked up looking at us. I'm trying to see if anyone can get me some. I want a fluorescent one done next. for our bar light system. I mean, I'm not a big fan of mercury at the end of the day. Pretty sure they make them now without the mercury. So I gotta look into that now, because I'm looking for different halo systems to build. But I want one made out of that neon light, the one you see in a window of a bar. Yeah, super bright. We need one of those. I want one that's custom designed for one of our screens. So they make it flat too. They make it flat. I've seen the flat ones. They're made out of glass, but they're flat. For AdTech, I would like to have a flat one. But I want it on both sides. So on both sides, I want the screen in the center. That way, AdTech is front and rear. And we can bounce on both sides at the same time. That's what I want. I gotta go someplace to get that made. Let me get that. Yep, right now this is the only projection screen of its kind. Now what about lights out? Get that all the time. Let's get the lights out here. Pretty much meaningless when you have halo systems installed in your screen. Lights back on again. Let's check out the angle game. Make sure the screen's picking up on an angle. You see Taco and his toys just about everywhere I have to be at, they're at. Oh yeah, I'm going back. What is that for? Raw, he's attacking it. So that's the angle game, overlooking part of Taco Land. All right, I paused on that. Get something else. There we go. Put on another angle here. Can't sit down long if it's tripping. So you can do this part of the demonstration. You see that light bouncing off the side on right here where Taco's holder's at? That's literally how much light is in that thing, reflecting it all over the place. So the white paint we have coming in actually makes that stuff generate even higher, because it'll just be white light bouncing back and forth. Yeah, like watching a one of those super high bouncing balls and a corner going do 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 do. Remember this back in the day, super high bouncy balls, you hit it and they would just bounce like crazy? That's what it's going to look like in there. All that light bouncing back and forth. I'm thinking about even designing one called the tunnel, where we expand the halo where it sticks out and we actually wrap lights inside. That's going to be a fun one too. So, when we get done the screen, the prototype, the big one of it, I'm planning to shoot some special videos and send those out to big companies. And we're going to send them out to certified screens to let them know to see what's coming. But again, it's going to be shocking to see one of these pop up in a trade show somewhere in Expo and things firing up like that, especially with a crazy projector. I can't wait to design my crazy projector. I'm buying another one of those right there, and I'm going to be painting it up to look pretty nice. Do some stickers, handprints, stuff like that. Do not touch sticker. A big band-aid down the side of it. This is going to be freaking crazy looking. Oh, I'm definitely going to put some action figures on it. We got to put action figures on it. What are we going to do? I got to put Mega Man. I'm a big fan of Mega Man. We'll put some Mega Man action figures on it and stuff like that. It's going to be pretty cool looking. A whole bunch of stickers all over it. I remember those people saying, well, why would you do that? Because we want it to look quirky and crazy. See, that's what draws attention. See, everybody goes up there and brings the high-end projectors. They're used to seeing that. They're not used to seeing that. We have a projector with all these stickers and markers and things glued all to it and everything. They're not used to seeing that. Who in their right mind would bring something like that to an expo like this? And again, as you see the competition come over, they're going to be looking and laughing at it. They won't be able to see the screen because the screen's going to be covered up. We're going to have a fake screen over top of it. It's going to be a white projection screen. But they don't realize what's sitting behind it, like the Trojan horse. That kind of strategy, which is an amazing strategy, by the way. So, you know, they're looking at this ugly white screen. They all got heavy gunmetal screens. We got this dinky looking projector. It's old. My projector, the projector is pretty old. And I want them to laugh about it. I want them to laugh and joke and all that stuff. And they don't even know because they won't know if I'm the representative of the screen. Unless they walk up there and they know my face. Hopefully they don't. Or we can hire somebody else. And let them joke, let them laugh, let them have fun. But when that system turns on that booth and those lights are hitting one by one, and that thing looks like a baseball stadium there, and they see that screen drop, they already know it's coming. When that projector fires up, this is what they're going to see. And that means all the publicity, all the people they have watching their screens will now be on us. We'll control that whole entire segment. It'll be us. Then you'll hear about my company on AVS forums and different places. Of course, AVS forums, we don't want our stuff on there at all, period, because what you've done. I'm not interested in you at all, period. But you're about everybody else. Strategy, people. You got to know strategy in business. You can have the best technology in the world. If you don't know how to sell it, if you don't know how to advertise it, it's not worth jack. Got to know what you're doing. Can't be like the dime a dozen. Everybody else is the same thing. Same thing. I bet you if I walk around in every single booth, it's going to be the same thing. Dark controlled environment. The one on the screen called IWA, I think they're called. Come on, horrible presentation. You have these screens that are smaller, which are 100 inches, 120 inches. And you literally keep saying that, you know, they'd look a little better if it wasn't for the lighting in the environment. The lighting is over 18 feet up in the air. How would that make contact with your screen to cause your screen to disrupt? What would happen if I stick you in this environment? We're not 18 feet up in the air. It would tear your screen up. So that was a bad thing to say over and over again. Then when I look at the 150 inch, it's the only one sitting inside of a booth, which means it has walls. It has a kind of a mesh shading over it. It has a ceiling on top of it. Because at a 150 inch screen, this is a screen that's going to absorb more light than any other screen because they're bigger. On top of that, it's closer to those lights, a little closer to the 120 inch wheel. And that's the reason why they had it in a booth. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I could read through all that mess in there. When the guy was sitting there, he was showing the gaming part of it. And if you look at the environment, and if you cut over and look in the hallway was literally brighter than the booth itself, which shows you at the end of the day that they darkened the booth to accommodate the image to make it look a little better. That whole thing was a freaking wreck, train wreck. It was a train wreck. But the thing about it is, people in the field never heard of us. So they consider that to be normal. Not when we hit that place, it won't be. We'll hit that place enough time, it'll get to a point they're going to try to keep us from coming in there, but you can't do that. So that won't be the new normal. This will be. Which makes all their stuff obsolete. They're going to have to work harder to catch up to this technology. And we have years and years of advancement over them. We've studied all their stuff. They'll never catch up. The big picture. That's why when I watch these people make these paints and try to come against us, we're looking at you like it looks like watching ants fight over a piece of fruit. Meanwhile, we're on the picnic table already. We're picking out what we want to eat. And y'all are down there fighting over a little piece of fruit. You think small. You have spent so much time investing your time in hatred that you literally missed the point of the entire project. You missed it. Right over the top of your head. We can come down there, we concentrate on our technology, we can come down there and we can defend our company at the same time, advance at the same time. We upgrade as we defend. We upgrade, defend. I just came out here and did this demonstration, talked about how the site doesn't produce anything, how the state of PA is blocked on every single shopping cart. The other one doesn't have a website that's running at all, period. And he's just on his YouTube channel crying about us, and we come here and do this right after that. Then they'll cry about this. And then we'll come out and do something else, and they'll cry about that too. But they don't improve. They don't show anything. There you go. I have to show advancement. It's very important. You have to know your product. You have to know your business. You have to be able to stand behind what you sell. Can't go to a trade show and talk about gain range. It doesn't even exist. How are you going to back something that doesn't exist? If you're making statements that your gray screen paint pulls up a 100% contrast level, I don't even know how that's even possible, to tell you honestly. That's like me trying to tell somebody that I saw the Easter Bunny jump roping with the abominable snowman. How many people in their right mind gonna believe that nonsense? Nobody is gonna believe that ever. Well, let's change your position on our angle. Kadoosh! So that black technology can read a white level with no problem whatsoever, with that much light absorbing into the screen. Isn't that beautiful? At 40% completed. It's only 40%. We're not done with it yet. We're still upgrading it. Upgrades coming in this week for it. I ain't done yet. This is baby steps for the screen. Well, not baby steps. We pretty much throw screens into brutal situations, but at 40%, it's supposed to be able to thrive like this. It should have that capability at 40%. It's a good number. We're still upgrading it. We're still basically advancing it. It's not done yet. And that's the part that basically makes the naysayers, oh my god, wait, that's not even, that's what I was talking to the Western guy. The guy was like, that's 1%. I said, no, that's not 1%. That's 40%. We're still upgrading it. Ugh, there's nowhere to go. You're like, good gracious, that's at 40%. Imagine what freaking 100 is going to look like. That's why we're building the other screen with the white high-powered paint, all that stuff. Additional LEDs, we're going to need it. We're definitely going to need it. Definitely going to need it. Can't see jack on this side. Like I really can't see the cursor. Where is it? It's here right here. It disappears and hits the light. I think it's right in the corner. Mind you, it's right in the corner where all the lighting is at. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. It's only at how much percent? It's only at 40%. I'm gonna go with 4K Snow Screensavers Cottage. Heard none of that. If you heard any of that, I'd be really surprised. Cancel. 4K Snow Screensaver Cottage. The biggest thing we hear about is black screens cannot pick up in fully lit environments due to they can't generate high enough white levels, and therefore they require high power projectors in order to produce their white levels. They also have to be in darker environments. That's one of the things I noticed with the other screen from Diamond is it requires an 8,000 lumen to fire. So why is a projector screen at black needs an 8,000 to fire? It shouldn't need that at all, period. We're at 2,500 lumens. So even though the Christie projector over there has 4,000 capability, we never use it. We're in eco mode. And eco mode brings the projector down to 25 at 13 feet back in fully lit environment. And mind you, still has to go through a halo system. But the new Halo system I'm building is a tunnel system. It's designed to rip up the lumen count before it hits the screen. Oh yeah, gotta have fun. Got to have fun. And that's pretty much what this is doing. It's ripping up the lumen count. If you ever saw a demonstration called the Sunbather, yeah, that's a pretty crazy one. That's where we actually built a stand outside our window and stuck a 1,000 lumen projector. Matter of fact, I'll put the link in this video for you to check it out. Yep. Had the sunlight hit the let me get to that mouse away. Had the sunlight hit the this projector, causing the lumen count to drop dramatically at 1,000 lumens, and it was still able to travel through the window, through panes of glass, and still be able to hit the screen with a 1,000-watt light bulb right in the center of it and still generate. It was actually a challenge too. It was never met. Of course, it was never met. Who's going to do that? Oh, got some more snow level. Do 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 do. Look how bright and beautiful that is. Because it has an AG47 heightener capability, and the heightener technology that's in this thing is an actual 21, which is actually one of the most highest ones we ever stuck in a black screen. And it keeps the screen, it doesn't hotspot or nothing. It can maintain with no problem without hotspotting, but also to generate in extremely high, well-lit areas by maintaining a beautiful snow white level at being ultra black. I like so unreal, doesn't it? I love them. We need more power, Taco. More power. But you have lights, but we don't have enough. We need more power. Taco says, you're crazy. No, more power. Imagine Taco was like one of those animated cats that actually talked and everything, wore a lab coat and everything with the dark glass. He walked around with these dark glasses on all the time, like Rocket Raccoon. Like, so what are we doing today? Today, we're developing technology, a new form of gain that has the ability to absorb in 10 times more light than the previous technology we've developed. So, like, that is absolutely madness. Why? What is the purpose? Because we can. I can see talking right now saying, it is a madness, true madness. Do you understand where you're going at? No, it's not enough. So what are we doing? We are hooking up high-powered LED lights within inside the frame itself to make sure the screen can absorb. But next level is high fluorescent, high-powered, white, and high neon. You get a high neon for you know how expensive that stuff is? Let's put it this way. The neon white, ultra bright, because you can get this stuff, it's $80 a gallon. This stuff is expensive. We need it. So we're going to hook up a neon white fluorescent bright light enhancer with a rail system of lights called the tunnel. Oh yeah, it's called the tunnel because literally your projector will get ripped up in that thing. It's like, it's insane. It is insane. It must be done. It must learn. You will learn what true power is. That's nothing. We can cakewalk that thing without a problem. We can absorb sunlight. That tells you right there. If we can show demonstrations of absorbing sunlight, what do you think we could do inside? That's why I say even our inside demonstrations are saying, yeah, we got one called the tunnel I'm building. It is literally a tunnel system. The screen fits. It's like watching a projection screen at the bottom of a well. It's literally like that. But imagine at the bottom of the well, every single thing is coiled in high-powered lights. That means your projector's lumen count will get ripped up going through that thing just to make contact with that screen. And that screen's going to have to take whatever little bit of gain that's left over or from that projector and produce an image right back out. I like having this. This is going to be... That's a challenge, by the way. That's the insanity. The insanity. The entire tunnel is going to be coated with that high fluorescent bright light. It's that paint that we use that actually generates more light and enhances light. Oh yeah, that's what we're going to have at expos and stuff like that. That's the crazy stuff we're going to be doing. You think that we do madness stuff here? Wait till we pop into an expo. You're going to see some crazy screens going up. What the freak is that thing? This thing's got a tunnel in it. Who puts a tunnel in the screen? Poof, lights come on that thing like, oh shoot. Yeah. And none of the projectors are high powered. They're all set in eco mode. You can easily do it. Because that technology is designed to absorb all the light in that environment, bring it back into the screen, and bring it right back out. That's what it's engineered to do. Like you saw, what was the AdTech? AdTech did it. And sunlight, it absorbed all that sunlight and pushed it right back out. That's what you're watching. If you saw the demonstration, you understood it correctly, you watched the screen, the projector was producing from the back. So, and we wanted to walk inside, you noticed there was no image there, it was gone. We walked outside, the image came up crystal clear. Because AdTech can absorb sunlight, it can actually use it. Any kind of light in the environment, it can use it. So if we don't have sunlight, anything, it collects light from anywhere in the environment and uses that light to make itself more powerful. And that's what you're seeing right here. Yeah! So the very same thing that actually plagues your screen, we have turned around and been blessed to learn how to use it to our vantage point. Even in the dark, you do know there's light in the dark unless you're sitting in the middle of a black hole somewhere. So somebody said, but there's no light in the dark. Yeah, there is light in the dark. If there was no light in the dark, you literally couldn't see objects in the dark, because you can see objects in the dark. You can make out things in the dark. Even in a dark environment, you can still make out some things. But the only way that light would not exist in an environment in the dark unless you were sitting in the center of a black hole. Bam, 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 bam. And it also comes in handy for dedicated theater rooms. You know why? Because in a dedicated theater room, this is why they paint the walls ultra black. Everything is ultra black, because when the projector hits the screen, it needs to absorb the light. What happens when you use a white and gray screen is when the light hits it, it reflects it and it bounces all over the environment. So what I'll show you, when we do an environment and we hit a screen, you notice that the neon lights cancel out because there's that much light hitting the environment. The neon lights cancel out. If you notice, when I was doing the demonstrations, I live in Haventown, I had all those big screens all over the place. When I would fire up the projector, if you notice, all the neon lights were intact. They all could glow and look beautiful around the environment, right? That's because the screens were absorbing all that light. So when you're in a dedicated theater room, excuse me, Taco, when you're in a dedicated theater room, the reason why our technology looks better, number one, because you're receiving a 100% contrast level. That is true. But number two, your light's not splashing all over the ceiling and walls, which is taken away from the ambiance of your set. Well, you're a jerk. I say that all the time, but he does some jerk stuff, I tell you. That's where that comes in at. That's why you cannot, in a dedicated theater room, when your screen fires off, that's why you have that ugly white light that's splashing all over your ceilings and stuff. That's why people darken the environments to absorb that light. This technology, you can be in a theater room that's bone white and still absorb a 100% black level pickup and no light splashing all over the environment. That's eco mode. All our projectors don't require to have them up high powered settings. We can run them at eco mode, which means my lamp life lasts longer than your projector, which you have to run at high powered speeds or high powered due to the fact that you're having a problem with it picking up in the environment. Your lumen count's getting shredded. Your screen doesn't pick up a high enough gain to be able to absorb and be able to pick up the image. So that's why people pick ultra short throws. Two reasons why. Because they want that TV-like experience, but you still can't get out of foot, because every demonstration I see on an ultra short throw projector, everybody's stuck in a dark environment, which that projector is not supposed to be in that environment. It's supposed to replace a TV. And you're doing a good job. It really isn't. Now we have a long throw projector. Get away from that. You're traveling at maybe about 13 feet, 20 feet, whatever you're traveling at. So people pick higher lumen counts on that because they figure that by the time they travel from A to B, the lumen count's going to get eaten up. Sacrifice field you have to travel through to hit that screen. This technology can do it in eco mode with a bar system inside the screen. So imagine if you were to hit this without eco mode. Yeah, but is it needed? Nah. I've never taken this projector off eco mode. There's no point at all. I'm glad we don't have to. This area heats up pretty quick. Now that lamps last forever. Ever. Let me see. LG snowboarding demonstration. Yeah, dark environment. Every single demonstration, every single one. Customer in a dark environment. 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 All these, even the influencers. Those guys at the end of the day. Dark environment, dark environment, dark environment, dark environment, dark environment, dark environment. People going in to interview projectors. Dark environment, dark environment. Like, what the freak? Why is this thing in the dark environment all the time? Literally all the time. Dark environment. Oh, by the way, if you're an influencer and someone else is getting control of this too, you made a statement about our product doesn't produce color balance. Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna challenge you on that one in court. You might send you a letter out, an email. I think I got your email. Put me on a JVC. No challenge. The JVC would have been easy. Look at him. Look at the wall. Hey, did I say look at that? Stop looking at that wall. Get away from that. You're going to knock my line out. Kick. Told you, always in the wrong place. Go. You want to play games today? Stay away from that line. You know better than that. How many people can train your cat? I can. You can train anything with a brain. Literally. I have cats. People have cats walk up on counters, knocking things over and all that stuff. Like, I told you, Caboodle, get off of it. No. He's trained. If I tell him to stay away from something, he stays away from it. He'll sit there and stay away from it. Good boy. There you go. Now you get schnocky dudes for that. Oh, that poor cat. Why? Because he's trained and yours is not? Taco eats better than most people. That Taco gets lots. He's better than me. It's got 8 different forms of treats. It's got more toys than you could possibly name. Yeah, Taco is treated very well. But Taco is also trained not to damage stuff. That's one of the things. Cats climb on stuff, they knock things over, and he doesn't do any of that. You want some snacky doos? Want some snacky doos? Yeah, he'll play with you. He'll do it. He'll sit down. And walk near that cable. He won't rub his face against it, I'll tell you that much. But he'll play his own games. And then look, he's mad as I don't know what. It's like you told what to do. Hey. Learn to be disciplined. Learn discipline. Discipline. But discipline comes with obedience, comes with treats, my friend. Don't get angry at me. Don't give me that look. Knock out my line, man. I'm working. Ew! You heard the treats come out. What's in there, Daddy? Where'd you go? You got some treats. There you go, right there. You got some treats. Change out your bathroom in a few minutes. You got some treats. Yeah, because you did a good job. You didn't rub your face on my cable to knock it out. You gotta change it one out anyway. You got treats. Got treats for you, buddy boy. But he's trained. Never had a problem with ever walking on counters and I said, no. No. That's gross. That is gross. I would never eat from your house. Ever seen your cats on top? If a cat on top of your cow, I would never eat from there ever. It's gross. On the furniture? No. That's why he had his own sofa. He had his own sofa at that in Haventown. He didn't get on my sofa. He was never on my sofa. He was always on his sofa. Because I like to wear black. So if I sit down, I don't want his cat hair on me. He sat on his sofa. That was his sofa. When I had pit bulls and stuff, they had their own furniture. They would only be on their furniture only. Now, you don't think he's going to sit over there. That's Frank's couch. Frank's couch is going down to vacuum out the couch, clean it out every freaking, I almost want just about every day going to clean that couch out. Same like his sofa. I had to go and clean it, take it, and put the whole new upholstery on it. Everything. Well, you know, they got that whole covers for your sofa and all that stuff. You got that. I put the plastic on it first so it wouldn't damage the original one. Yep, going and clean it. He had his own sofa. That was his. People come over like, I don't think you're gonna sit on that. That's Taco's sofa. Taco's own sofa. What you doing, Mr. Furry Pants? Come here. You owe me 10,000 kisses. You crossed the line over there. You owe me 10,000. I'll pay you kisses. Okay. Enjoy your treats. Hmm? The treats were actually fantastic. We're going to be going over Aunt Vicky's house tomorrow, so I'm going to get you a platter. You a seafood platter? Seafood platter. With the lobster. You like oysters. The crabs. Mussels. Yeah. Why do you smell like biscuits? Why do you smell like biscuits? Yeah. Bushy man. Bushy man. Yeah, they paid the Kisses tax. All right, you're good. That Kiss tax is unbelievable. Unbelievable. I swear, that looks like one of the Monopoly houses right there. Do not collect go. Do not collect $10,000. You have landed on my property. It looks like a Monopoly house. It is super bright red. I think when we do the ad tech, we're going to black one. We're going to do it like a TV setup. We're going to have the projectors inside the wall. So the only projectors we know that we can put inside walls without them overheating are the lasers. They're the only ones. They don't require lamps. So we're going to have the screen set up. We'll have the wall cut out in the back. So we're going to have the projector sitting back there. And then we'll have everything coming with the LED lights and all around it and everything on the front of it, not in the back of it. Because again, there's no point in doing that. The LED lights in the back of the screen was pretty much kind of a style to give you kind of like a hovering kind of look at the screen, like it's floating, it's levitating, which technically was not a levitating screen because levitating screens are differently built. But anyway, it was to give you that kind of a look to it. And then people just start going too far with it. Like they had that was what they're using. They do a demonstration. They just have these bright white lights behind the back of the screen. Go look. It's ambient light. It's just taking light in the environment. No, it's not. And those lights were pretty dim, by the way. Can't have lights behind the back of the screen. It doesn't prove that the screen's taking any light. Because the screen's not here, or not behind the back of your screen. The screen's here. So why would lights on the back of your screen and splatter throughout the bottom area be showing that you're taking in any light? No. Nay. I said nay. Sony, 1 hour demonstration. Now, just got to add real quick. Anyone did any false demonstrations against my quasar? I'm explaining something to you. I got a contract for you. Let's see if you're willing to sign it. I already got confirmation on some information that we needed, and we got it, which means whereabouts. So, let's see if you're willing to sign that, baby. I'm willing to back up what you said on a YouTube channel. We have several people that the letters are going out to. We got confirmation. We made contact. I had somebody working on all this. All that time, I had somebody, guy working on all of it to figure out exactly where and who and why. Well, not why, more like where and who. So, yeah, you got a letter coming to you. And I told you, once that letter reaches your doorstep, you can't get out of these things. You're going to have to prove whatever you said on YouTube is actually real, and you're going to have to prove that in court. 3 days you get to send the contract back. Contract doesn't come back in 3 days, another one will pop up, and this one's from the courts, and this will basically involve a $2 million lawsuit and possibly jail time. And we find you committed enough fraud against our business. So get ready. It's coming through. That's not just for one person. There are 3 people we found. Oh yeah. Hello. I know where you live at. So guess what's coming through to see you? See my company's name on it? You're done. I explained to you before already from the door. This is the reason why we take the time to do all this testing. I'll sit here on camera and I'll do all this testing, all this technology right here. We'll do dozens and dozens of video demonstrations on tests. And mind you, we make match and better demonstrations that people who call themselves making screen paints can't match. And then we'll turn around and give it a batch number, showing demonstrations of customers' products being tested before they're shipped out. And then, if it happens, whoops, we get a customer may ship an item back, we show that the accusations they made were completely wrong. But you still want to go out and do that kind of dumb stuff by saying, oh, because I got it, this is what it really did. Well, what that statement you just made says that, I'll see you in court, and I hope you got the money, because if you can't prove after all the testing we just did, you owe me a lot of money. And that's what's going to happen to you. If you think I went through all that testing, batch number verification, ship back process, all that, to make a product that you can do one video and say it doesn't work, oh, you're going to lose your shirt in the courtroom. So when that letter comes through and you see it, you have 3 days to have it back to us. Because it's going to cost you $500,000 once you sign it. So any lies or anything you did about that product or anything you said about that product, it's not going to go well in court. Plus the history of testing we have behind it already, alone by itself, is going to hurt you in court. If you don't send it back, then the next one that comes through is process server. Will show up at your door to serve you for court to let you know that you're being sued for $2 million. If we find out there was enough video evidence where you went out and committed enough fraud against a company, we will file criminal charges, which means committing fraud against a company is a 30-year prison sentence. So you know what's coming. I want you to be aware of what's going to happen to you. So anyone we saw with that quasar, anyone who took that product and tampered with it or tried to make it like something that it's not, you have letters coming to you. Good luck. You're going to need it. Or did we do the transfer? Oh man, I want to see a transfer. Let's go back to that transfer. Hold on. See what transfer. Here we go. Ah, there's the transfer right there, bro. Yeah, because man, we're not going to tolerate that nonsense. I went through all that testing like I'm doing right now. I got to do a ton of testing on my work. And do all this. So that means all the testing I did was for nothing. That's what it comes down to. What's the point of us doing all this testing that we do on our products every single day if one person can just come in and default everything we worked on and say it never worked? What would be the point of all that testing? So all the testing I'm doing in this technology right now to have somebody come in after all the testing, weeks and weeks of testing, hours and hours of man testing on this stuff, taking it to different sites, putting it here, there, all over the place, customer demonstrations on the product over and over again, proving the product works, to have one person come in and say, oh, because I got it, it didn't work. Yeah, good luck in court on that one. You're going to lose your shirt. My testing alone will crush you. So when we get in that courtroom, be prepared. I'm not going in there for mercy. I'm going to forgive you, but you're kind of, I'm a Christian. But I am not accepting any form of plea deals. If it says $500,000, you will pay me $500,000. If you get hit with a $2 million lawsuit, you will pay $2 million whether you have it or not. It's going to be in your head. That's it. So you have to understand what you're up against. I don't know how dumb some people have to be at the end of the day to think that, oh, this guy just spent tons of man hours testing this stuff out. Verify with batch number verification to test it again before it's shipped to the customer. Can offer a ship back to bring it back to test it again on camera in front of everybody. And I'm going to sit there and say, oh, because of me, it doesn't work. Yeah, good luck on that one. You're going to get your clock cleaned in court. Yeah, easily. I can show my test alone and crush you. So with that being said, and that paint came out of a 5-gallon container, that means that you would have an extremely difficult time getting past a batch number. But I don't want just the batch number. I want you to sign a contract saying that you're willing to basically take what you believe and go to court and try to back it up. Now, if you're unwilling to sign it, then that means you just announced to me and everybody else that you lied. And if that's the case, then the next one coming up is going to be much heavier because we know we can get it. We can get more from you. Why not take more if we can do it? That's why the $2 million comes up. And that's why that one comes with jail time. We can show that you went on YouTube, you viciously went out and tampered with our products, you made them like something that they weren't, and you spread vicious lies about my company, which means I want to file for criminal charges, and I want 30 years for you. There you go. Thank you. Easy way to get rid of them. Let's look at that transition. We got the gray and we got the white. See if they can transition with all the light. Nope. Told you. The gray screens can't read. People have gray screens be crossing their fingers like, I think ours is going to work. It's not going to work. If it ain't working in your environment, it definitely ain't working over here. And I mean, definitely is not working over here because we have a lot of light in this environment. It can't transition. That's why when you watch the transition on the screen, it comes up gray. If you pause it, you'll see it comes up gray. Every time the screen transfers over to another frame, it turns gray. It doesn't show the original. It shows the original form of the screen. So it can't do it. It'll come up gray every time. That's how we catch people's screens that are claiming to be black in the dark. We watch the screen. When the screen transfers over to another frame, we can see it pops up. Shows it. No way to get around those. Impossible. So, we'll show the judge man-hours of tons and tons of testing that we've done on the technology, the batch number of the product before it's shipped out, and your contract that you refuse to sign, giving you the opportunity to back up everything you said. And if you can't back it up, then that means you're guilty, right? All right then. Then that means you owe me $2 million in 30 years of your life. Because that's what you'll be paying out. $2 million in 30 years of your life. It's brutal, isn't it? Very tough. Very true. But that companies have to put that stuff. They have to put those kind of rules and regulations in place because it keeps people from tampering and messing with their products. That's the same thing Nike. I heard that when I was watching about fashion shows. Nike and some of those big companies will hire people, representatives, to walk around in trade shows, to act like customers, to buy stuff. They're actually working for the company. And say you're selling Nike sweatshirts, right? And you don't have permission from Nike to sell them. Somebody pops up to your table. He could be one of their agents. You can buy right off your table right there. Get a color. Let me get that yellow. Oh, man, these are nice, man. Let me get that blue and green. You would never see it coming. They get somebody down there, you would think, oh, it's going to be this real stuffy guy thing. No, they get somebody, you would never realize it was him. Let me get that one, and that one, and get one over there. Okay, cool. Yeah, I like this, man. That's what I'm talking about, my man. I'll be back sooner or later. There you go. And that guy was actually, the entire time, he's the agent for the company. And said somebody was actually bootlegging their material. They'll go back, take pictures and stuff, send it over, and next thing you know, you get a letter. A letter will say that you have to appear in court for counterfeiting. Trademark infringement and counterfeiting. Some other stuff they're going to basically put in there too on top of that. When you go to court and looking on the table is your merchandise you sold to them. And they got receipts and everything. They probably took pictures of the booth before they even got over there. They probably had somebody taking pictures of him making the transactions. Everything. I guarantee you. It's going to be airtight for them. And that's it. And whatever they decide your fate's going to be, whatever they're suing you for, they're going to tell you, go to court, get yourself a lawyer, and this is what you're being sued for, such and such and so. So they're saying, we're going to get you for $500,000, $2 million, $50,000, whatever it may be, that's what they're going to hit you with. Your job is to go into court and prove that they're wrong, which is not going to happen. Now, if they gave you permission, they say, okay, you got a contract with us, got a sneaker store, you got permission to sell our sneakers. Then you go sell sneakers all day long. You put them on sale, whatever you want to do. You got permission to sell their stuff. Then, matter of fact, they'll send a sales rep to you from time to time. Say, hey, we got these new kicks right here. They're real nice, right? I know you don't like these. How can I put you down for when you want? Like, oh, shoot, those are hot. I want so and so and so. There you go, because you got permission. I don't like taking the Frankenstein and taking their name and making money off of it and not giving them a red cent for it. Can't do that. Got to contact them. I got this color screen I want to bring out, different colors to match football teams. Now, before I can do that, I want permission from, I can't think of it in the game, NFL, I need permission from the NFL to do it. So I know some people who have some contacts within the NFL, and they're going to run the idea past them. Now, if they say no, then I can't do it. If they say yes, then I can. Now, it's a way I can sell it. I can say, hey, look, we have different colors for different teams. I didn't say what team, and you just pick out one that matches your team. That's it. That means in any way I'm not touching the franchise logo or anything whatsoever. You just pick out the color that matches your team. You can go out there and say, hey, look, I got my Eagles screen, because you can do that. Can't say it's from Eagles, it's not from them, this is my Eagles screen. And they see enough people with them screens, they might turn around and call me up and go, hey, Mr. Bird, look, are you interested in so-and-so? Because I'm sorry, we really didn't take the time. We should have looked at it a little better. I do apologize. I've had that happen many times. Now, I'm not going to be the kind of person to go, no, you had your opportunity, bite me. No, I'm going to be like, okay, sure. All right, let's go check out, see what you got. Opportunity for them, opportunity for us. And I can splatter their logo all over everything. You're right here, we got over here, we got over here, here. We at the Super Bowl, all that stuff here. Because we're the only company right now that has the ability to design color screens, and we showed them off. And also, too, with the new technology game we have here, which we can't tell you what it is yet. Dark environments, I'm waiting in light environment. Now I'm just laughing at some of the, whatchamacallit. Okay, so I think I'm going to put 2 challenges out. One challenge is going to be for the naysayers. The other one's going to be a YouTube challenge. And that means everybody and anybody on YouTube showing any form of projection screen setup, that challenge is for you. You call yourself having ambient light rejection technology, right? Well, guess what? Now you're going to have to match this. The reason why I'm doing that is because I am so sick and tired of coming on YouTube and going on a YouTube field trip to see the same boring demonstrations of high-power projectors, super dark environments or ambient light control environments with little speckles of light like fireflies dancing on a woodside forest. It's just you see little lights way over here in the corner. Look, it's ambient light rejection. Got a window open with the curtains right here blocking the screen, but all this is open. A more personal favorite one that cracks me up is when they show light in another room that has nothing to do with the screen itself. Or we got light over here in the bathroom, but the screen's over here. That kind of dumb nonsense. My personal favorite is when they have the condensed lighting in the center way over here, and then they keep pointing up at the ceiling. That's not touching your screen. In any way whatsoever, it's not touching your screen. You ever seen the one I did with condensed lighting? It's actually on the screen. That stuff, that's what I'm talking about, that kind of stuff. That's the stuff I can't stand. An open door, stop that. That's the most embarrassing thing. First of all, if you look up at the ceiling, you can see how far the light's traveling to where the screen's at. The windows, it's not making contact due to the fact there's a sofa in the way. Because anything that peeks underneath those curtains is going to hit the sofa first. That's why if you notice, if you look at the objects that were sitting on top of his cabinet, none of them was making any sunlight. There was no contact. The sunlight was pretty much past the screen and hitting the corner where the closet was at over there. That's what it was hitting at. If it did protrude that far out. And keep in mind, there's a roof over top that walkway, so that would block the majority of the lights. There's awnings on every single window. We see all that. All that. I saw one with elite screens where they had a ultra short though in the center here. They had a window here and a window here, and he sat there and said, my blinds are open. No, they're not. I can't see objects on the other side. Your blinds are supposed to be open. You should have walked over and pointed and showed that you can see objects crystal clear. Because with blinds, there's tricks people like to play. Like you saw with that whole Series C nonsense, where they took the blinds and they pointed them upward. That means the light traveling through it to go upward. And he tried to say, well, that's the light bouncing off the ceiling and sprinkling out through the environment. How dumb do you think people are at the end of the day? Who was stupid enough to believe that one? Don't understand the physics of light, do we? Anyway, the blind should have been straight so the light could hit straight to the screen. If you notice the lights on the other side that were not in the path of the screen, they were straight. Yeah, and by the way, your screen came up gray. multiple times. Even when you drop that meter next to it, it became gray. So that's another thing. I said, those fake demonstrations. Oh my goodness. And I see so many people doing this. There's one guy I got a chance to talk to. He's the one that had a habit of doing demonstrations where you would see a screen in the corner, but there'd be a little bit of light here, and there'd be some candles flickering in the background. I had a conversation with this guy on Facebook one time. I had a conversation with him. I said, yeah, I saw your demonstration. That's a poor excuse for a demonstration. He said, but you understand, I'm showing ambient. You ain't showing jack in the environment. That's an ambient light environment. Your environment's way too dark. Let me show you a demonstration. I showed him the ceiling bouncing off the ceiling. Yeah, that's the last I heard of him. Anytime, buddy, anytime you want to challenge this, you let me know. See, well, you naysayers and you people make screen paints don't like what I say. But the customer is the one that gets ripped off in the process. The customer is the one that gets fooled and believing this stuff actually works and find it doesn't. You know why? Because they contact us. That's why I know. Because they're in there watching demonstrations where people on YouTube are claiming that something's working when technically it's not. Like them fake knockoff trashy projectors. Yeah, those influencers were going on there and saying at the end of the day that these projectors were fantastic. We were taking the same projectors and showing you what they really look like. Fully lit environments against black screens and showing you how they don't read for jack. That's why you always see them on lighter and gray screens. And lighter and gray screens can't see contrast and color at all. So that means you have to go with the white and gray screens, which don't give you any contrast or color, and your screen washes out even faster. You can't watch some things on gunmetal technology or anything. You're stuck on a poorly made projector on a crappy screen that can't generate what it needs to generate. That's why they contact us in the end. Because they got sold something that didn't even work. And then we got it. We started doing all those demonstrations, which we have on the blacklist. And all of a sudden now influencers started popping up and saying, well, you know, it's not a really good projector. And so and so and so. What's that projector? VIK, I think, Y or wherever it is. We bought one of those. That projector is trash. I mean, trash. And I tested that thing. It's horrible. A Sony at 720p beat the daylights out of one of those. And now if you go look it up, under unnamed brand projectors, guess who pops up? Hello, we do. We pop up. And when it pops up and it says the worst projectors, knockoff projectors, that was one of the ones that came up as number one. Which we told you about. We told you projector was trash. Told you. And now it comes up under us on AI. Bam, 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 bam. Ain't no way in the world I'm going to be doing that. And no company right now going to say, Mr. Bird, I'll give you some money. All we need you to do is make our product look good. No, we're not doing that. All you have to do is just talk about how the... No, I'm not doing that. Send me a projector first. I already went through that with JO, I think it's JO, GM, or whatever they get their called. We had conflicts with them already. They saw one of our demonstrations. They just wonder if we can develop a screen paint to make their projectors look good in the showroom. I said, well, send me over the projector first. Let me test it out for you. Because they know what kind of people we are. Yeah, I'll test your stuff out, all right. No, keep your money. Keep your money. You might not like this one. Let me make sure you get what you paid for. So I went through. They didn't send us a projector. They wouldn't give it to us. Of course you wouldn't give it to me. Because I'd have tested the daylights out of the thing. Yeah, you're going to sit there and send me an email tomorrow. Oh, we need you to put it in a dark environment. No, we're not doing that. Well, we need you to do that. No, we're not doing that either. No. No. Has to operate in the same environment we operate in. We got to test that thing out. Chances are you probably didn't test it. You know why? Because when you test out these projectors, they have them all on white screens. That's why. That is why. Outdoor demonstrations, even the worst of the worst. Because they have that whole family sitting up there. You know, you go to Amazon or one of them, see the whole family on the side, looking at the screen outside. Looks unrealistic, and you get it and it looks like crap. There you go. Yep. Yes, sirree. Is he? There he's watching. Okay. He really watches TV. But yeah, crap. False advertisement on so many levels is not even funny. He has his own screen. I told you he has his own screen. He got a cat. Yeah, he watches TV. He watches it all day long. He watches it. He likes sports, TV shows, some movies, stuff like that. He watches his own screen. That's the first thing. That's why he's on service. First thing I noticed about him. When we were I was watching Netflix, he jumped up on his side, and when I turned that screen on, boom, he just started watching. I was like, oh shoot, I got myself a TV cat. Yeah, it's a TV cat. I'm on the desk working, he jumps up in the chair, and he sits there and watches me work on the computer. Come on about that TV light. Bam, 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 bam. Well, yeah, as you're watching Taco Watch. It comes down to that, people. It comes down to the fact of these fake demonstrations. And yes, we are challenged all of them. Every single one of them. Because I'm tired of going on these field trips. I'm tired of seeing these dark, dark demonstrations. So now, we're going to do things a little different. We do the Halo system setups. Our Halo system setups versus every single one on YouTube. Show me you have ambient light rejection technology. Prove it to us. Because again, your customers get ripped off. When you rip your customers off, they come to us every time. I get your customers, literally. You're going to say you're ambient light rejection and we specialize in that field, then you're going to have to prove you actually are. Being in an ambient light controlled environment where the screen is designed to absorb light is an absolute fail. And I see screens doing it. Certified is known for doing this mess. You know who you are. I've watched enough of your stuff. And these ambient light controlled environment. And like I said, when I saw the one with the projector and the Epson, the projector was sitting here right in the middle, right here. They had a window here and window here. The blinds were shut because I couldn't see any objects on the other side. So blinds, he's done watching. Blinds at the end of the day, when they tilt them down, when light hits it, that light is directed downward. But it gives off the illusion that there's light coming from the screen because you see in between the blinds, there's light outside. So look, there's light coming through. There's no light coming through. There's no direction of light. It's being directed downward. When they push them up, light goes up. When the blinds are straight, that light's hitting directly to the screen. That's why when somebody says your blinds, walk over to them, put the camera up next to it so we can see those blinds are perfectly flat. Because it would trick you when they do those demonstrations. One of the things I watched in dedicated theater room setup, not dedicated theater, but dedicated showing rooms. Partay setup is definitely designed to trick you. And I'll tell you why. Because if you look at where his screen is at, his screens actually sit under these little lips. Where basically it's like a kind of like a cliff here like this. And they had the screen pushed underneath of it. The condensed lighting is all the way over here. So it wouldn't make contact with the light because it's underneath this cliff. It's blocking it. Wouldn't hit it in any way whatsoever. And then if you look at the screen next to the window, you'll notice it's a pocket area. It's actually pushed in a little bit. So that when they push the screen in, the window light won't make full contact with that screen. It'll hit the very edge. Not here because the screen's pushed in and the window's pushed out. So the light is actually being redirected their way to the far corner of the screen. And when they build the screen, so the light would hit the corner right there. See? We see all that. And if you notice in some of the demonstrations I've seen in other ones, they'll have these little kind of like walls here and here and here. And between each of the walls, they'll have a light in the middle of it. So when the light fires off, it fires up, it fires down. But any light that may push it side to side is blocked by the wall. And they'll probably put a little white in there to make sure it looks like it's more illuminated. And that entire time, the screen is protected. I see all that. And certifieds do this all the time. Setups are already pre-set up. Then they'll bring this high-powered refrigerator of a projector in there. They'll get it calibrated. They'll stick it in an ambient light controlled environment, and they'll go, look, it looks, we got lights on in here. Don't let me get a hold of your stuff at the end of the day because you're not going to like the environment. I'm going to be sitting up on my screen. It's going to be literally like looking like a baseball stadium. Everything in there is going to be super ultra bright white in there. Seriously. And there's going to be lights everywhere. So the systems we're going to be setting up in there are these screens, and these screens are going to look like these nightmares over here. We'll stick your screen in there and it'll disappear. That's what we like to do. We like testing. Real stuff at the end of the day. So when customers come on and they see that demonstration, wow, it's got lights on and the corners and the screen's fully well lit and everything, that's all illusion right there. Because technically you walk in there, you'll notice that all the lights are sitting in little pockets. Light transfers in two ways when the shade's up and down, that's it. Take the shade off, it goes in all different directions. But if you have a wall here and a wall here, it's blocking any light that's making contact from the screen that's sitting on this side over here. And if that screen's also pushed into a pocket, that's also protecting it from any light over top. Any light from the side or any light that may be coming up here. Now, come on. So that's why we challenge everybody. Especially when you do the contrast levels. Why are you in the dark with a projector with a contrast capability that high? Oh, I hate those the most. Somebody can like, look, we're pulling a 1% contrast. Look how heavy the black levels are. And you're in the dark. You literally can't see your hand in front of your face, and you're making those statements. So now we're going to challenge everybody. When I go on site, see, the one beautiful thing about it was that when I was in the home front, I'm not a threat. Here, I'm not a threat. Because you know why? I have access. That means that I'm actually in the mainstream. And that means I have access to trade shows and everything else. Which means when I open my mouth in a trade show, this causes a lot of damage. There you go. And sooner or later, I'm going to be popping up in yours. With one of these. And meanwhile, the customer gets what the freak they paid for. If I heck enough, I'm going to do all the research, get myself a really good projector. Even if I have to spend the money for a good projector, I want at least what I paid for. All right, let's go over here and let's get that. I want to do this demonstration again. AK Desired Nature AK TV demonstration 4K. There we go. I know it sounds crazy, but it pulls it up every time. You can see right now we're sitting at a meeting right now with the other screen. It's okay. All right. So what is it that you want? What do you want from us? Retire. That's what we want. Retire. We're not in here to partner up with you. I explained that crystal clear to certified screens at the end of the day. You knew this day was going to come sooner or later. We're not in here to basically partner up with you. We're not in here to do business with you in any way whatsoever. I'm here to dominate your technology. That's it. To show that my technology is more superior. We can do it for a cheaper price. Customers don't have to spend all this money for these godforsaken expensive projectors. None of that bullcrap, that traditional nonsense, out the window and done and over with. That's what I'm here to do. Level the playing field. It started off that way. I don't want to level the playing field anymore. At all, period. I want to completely twist it upside down. Showing that we are more superior, and at the end of the day, that our technology is the only one to buy. And if you want to challenge us, bring it. I got no problem. I know your stuff already. I know your stuff better than you know your stuff. You can't match my stuff. That's not for you great screen painting makers out there. We've already bypassed that. I'm talking about certified. That's who we want to go at the end of the day. It's time for change. Time for change. Time for change. $5,000 for a projection screen, please. $3,000 for a projection, please. If you want to charge $3,000 for a projection screen, it sure can do a heck of a lot more than that. So if any one of these big companies at the end of the day want to say, Mr. Bird, I don't like what you're saying on camera, I think you should, well, I should what? Back it up? You want me in a courtroom to back something up. No one will look at your screen ever the same again if I walk in one of those courtrooms, ever. Your stock would drop, everything. Investors will pull out everything. They won't even touch you with a 10-foot pole. They'll come toward us. Don't give me that kind of firepower. When I show up in one of your expos, or if you're bold enough, bring me to an expo with you. And see what happens. You're like, oh, heck no. And they know me. All those big companies know me. They don't know y'all, because they don't fear you. But they know us at the end of the day. I guarantee you, my name comes up quite a bit. Yeah, that guy over there. Yeah, Black Series Edition. Yeah, you seen these demonstrations this guy's doing over there? This guy's a freaking nightmare at the end of the day. Well, I tell you, that guy ever pops up in the expo, it lights out for us. I guarantee it comes up. And it will. It lights out. Bam! Oh, sorry. Bam! Doesn't make a difference. Our technology design is absorb everything. That's what it's designed to do. It's absolute power. Can't buy me out. That doesn't work. Because then they'll sit there and say, well, you know, how about we offer him some money? We'll offer him some money. And maybe he'll go away. Nah. Nah. You offer me money, that's a bad idea. That's an extremely bad idea. Now you just give me more power. At the end of the day, you said you're trying to buy me out. Don't do that. You know, if we sell this product, give them a couple $1 million, please. AdTech is worth more money you can ever give me. We don't develop just one technology. We develop multiple versions of technology. Still not enough. That's not enough for me. There's nothing you can do. Not a thing. And if basically, I'm not saying that way. Sometimes companies do things that they should not do. I'm protected by God. The biggest mistake you ever make in your freaking life. So, no, not that either. I actually had that come up a couple times. If you were telling her, you know what, man, you keep doing this stuff at the end of the day, you never know. When these companies may, you know, it happens. But just to let you know, I serve God. These are his blessings. And the devil has already tried and lost many, many times. Outcome for that was not good for that person. You're dealing with God at the end of the day. That's what you have to understand. I don't care who you are at the end of the day. You get up and you're out to do something that you shouldn't do against a man of God at the end of the day, it's not going to go well. Anything can happen. You can drive a semi-truck to church and lead into your lane and boom, you're going to have a heart attack. Anything can happen. It's God's will, not yours. He makes the decision whether or not you wake up the next day. So if your intention is to wake up the next day to harm one of his own, what are the chances of you making it to the next day? That's what you have to worry about. It could be a learning experience for you too on top of that. You could get in your vehicle to go somewhere to do something. And you could be driving, and for some reason along the line, a semi truck, for some reason, just pops up in your lane, and you took it head on. And you could have survived it. Spent a year or so in the hospital, rehabilitating, getting yourself back together. But in that time, basically, you're making your peace with God because you feel like you're going to die. But you don't. And some people wake out of those situations and they change their lives. They realize that what they were doing was completely wrong and they become a different person. They become a servant for God. So there you go. He can use you. Meanwhile, I'm still out here doing what I do. Nah, I'm just in it for competition, that's all. I just basically, at the end of the day, it's going to come down to the point where not that. It's going to come down to the point you're going to try to buy me out or something like that. I've gotten offers before. I told you. I had the opportunity to become a millionaire multiple times. I turned it down. I'm not selling out my technology. If I sold my technology, imagine all the stuff I'm going to be designing now. Mind you, once you sign those agreements, you cannot make any more product ever. Because they will sue you for that. I'm not giving that up. I'm not done. I got so much stuff I want to do. So much technology I want to bring to life. I'm starting working in holograms pretty soon. Ooh, that's going to be fun. We figured out how to make a hologram. Yeah, that's going to be an interesting project to show off. So, no, I'm not ready. I have so much to do. You got people you're working with, and they got projects they're working on. And they can't get those projects completed because everybody else wants to charge them so much money for that project to do that. Contact us. We know we can customize for you. We signed an NDA for something you're working on. We can customize formulas, anything you need, screens, whatever, to fit whatever project you're trying to do. We do that also. And they will never be able to get that project completed for us, just like the church and the testimony. Every place they went to is charging them all this money for a screen that size. So they met us. And now look, screen works perfectly fine. But through naysayers' point of view, I guess they must be lying too, right? All the customers, people are going to have contracts, but all that's a lie. Well, when the contract gets, you have plenty of time to share your point of view with the judge in a contract. Oh, look at those sleepy man in there. He extra sleepy. Who likes that back? I'm gonna get another big one just for him to sleep in. One for the size of it. They do make them for small dogs though. You imagine seeing this massive bodybuilder. He has one for his Saint Bernard. That would be insane. That would be insane. This is Bruno. He goes with me everywhere. It'd be this big guy walking, huge, a human wall with freaking muscles all over. Like, yes, I brought my dog with him. Hello, this is Bruno. He goes with me everywhere. It reminds me of the guy who was like, LA Fitness. I pick things up and put them down. Boy, I think that was one of their best ones. So what do you do for a living? I pick things up and put them down. Everything he kept asking, he kept saying the same thing. I pick things up and put them down. Let me see. Starfield screensaver. And let me show you our stretching area. Open the door and let him outside. I pick things up and put them at the door. I think that'd have been the most funniest one I've ever seen. Pick things up and put them down. Why do we have a freaking movie playing? Oh, heck no. What is this? Not what I asked for. Definitely not what I asked for. Ugh, can't see cursor and all this. We got tons of light in this corner. See, mouse is white, doesn't pick up. It's not what I asked for. I asked for Starfield screensaver. What did you give me? Starfield screensaver? Yeah. Alright people, so we're going to have, we usually when we do these demonstrations, they're going to be an hour or so. That's what they usually are. It should be. Demonstration is supposed to be an hour or so because it's supposed to be a series thing. You know, you're not supposed to see a bunch of flowers on the screen and try to push the image by as fast as possible. Got to see colors, contrast, comparison, all that stuff. We've got the certifieds coming in soon. Some of the big boys coming in because I want to see how my product actually measures up to them with the Halo system intact. We got an advanced Halo system we are building. It's much bigger than this one. And it is going to involve some really high-powered fluorescent white paint to get these lights to actually pop off even higher. It'll be a two system. We're going to build another system that's going to sit over top of it. It's going to be called the tunnel, which basically the screen is going to be like the equivalent of watching a screen down at the bottom of a well, and everything is covered in high fluorescent lighting. It's designed to rip out the projector's lumen count. I like that kind of stuff. Excitement, yeah! I gotta admit, that's going to be kind of fun. That's like the sunbather craziness. Or we're going to build a page for extreme ambient light rejection demonstrations. So we're building one on the Christopher site, and one of it is the sunbather. We're going to take the most insane demonstrations we've done, and we're going to put them on that site. And yes, AdTech will be out there showing off its amazing ability to absorb sunlight. And up the top of that, it's going to be a challenge for anyone to complete all demonstrations. They don't like hearing that. That frustrates them. Like, daggone it, Mr. Bird. You and your challenges, every single time I turn around, you're always setting the bar higher. Always setting the bar higher. Yes, the whole object of it is to set the bar so freaking high that you will never be able to touch it. And while you're trying to reach for that bar, we just keep bringing out more technology and raising the bar. And more technology and raising the bar. It's like watching the kid on his tippy toes trying to get those cookies on top of the refrigerator. Yeah, you won't reach them. Trust me. And every time he gets a little taller, just enough to be to reach it, they put it up on the higher shelf. And then another higher shelf. You'll never reach us, ever. You'll burn out. It's like watching rockets take off into beautiful atmosphere of space. Some rockets will break the atmosphere and they'll basically be able to explore the entire universe and beyond. And others, well, their rockets will burn out and they'll crash and burn, just like you guys are doing right now. Our rockets go on for infinity. We can go as far as we want. We can reach the very edge of the universe and still continue on. And you, at the end of the day, you will never catch up to what we do, ever. That's my message to the naysayers. And yes, you can go do your video demonstrations. You can do your stuff and say our stuff is not what it is. And I'll send you that contract for $500,000 and I'll see you in court. Back up what you say. Because I can back up what I can say. Even if I don't even have $500,000. All right, people. Hope you enjoyed the demonstration. Had a lot of fun here. Some excitement. Got a chance to watch off this crazy technology pretty soon. This will be available in your homes, in your business. And I'm going to be plastering this thing all over the place. Because again, I tell you, you've got this physical screen coming out, and that's a halo system. Everything's going to have halo system attached to it. So I'm going to be all over Allentown showing off this technology. I got that power. And of course, we give all thanks to our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, because if it weren't for him, none of this would be possible. All this, see this? All this is God. All this is God. Everything we do is God. It's all God. Anybody wants to come against us, you go against God first. So you know that from the door. Maybe that the devil hated that one. He left the room the minute he heard that one. Yeah, God. Somebody's going to sit there and say at the end of the day that the rise and fall of Kenneth Bird, because we're in the garage. This is where this technology came from. It came from FLE capabilities. See how amazing my Lord is? Yep, there you go. Oh, I get this customer ready too. And that's where our technology comes from. We ain't going anywhere. We're just going to keep on getting better and better and better and better and better and better and better. That's what we do. Because we're blessed by God. And all the rest of them, they're trying to take us down at the end of the day. You just keep crashing and burning. But now you got something new. You got a $500,000 contract that we sent to you anytime you want. I'll send it right over to you and I'll see you in court. Now I'll see if you can back up what you say about me. All right, people. Got to go and God bless.